You're gonna stay on my dick until you die. Yo yo. What's up? So I'm a bit late. I was making myself a meal. I know you are, Graham. I know you are. Also, hi, Mr. Mida. And Omega. Omnimon. Guys, look at my hideous salad. You guys want to see my hideous salad? Look at this shit. Hideous salad. So my lettuce with mayo. I'm kidding, it's not that. It's not that. It's just Jello with plain Greek yogurt. Don't be scared, guys. I'm not that much of a disgusting pleb, you know? It's just Jello but with mayo. But no, it's just to eliminate craving. My sides and my abs are actually pretty stiff. Also, hi, Mr. Mida. Not gonna lie, plain Greek yogurt, I thought it was gonna taste like absolute ass, but honestly, it's pretty good. It actually can compare with the you know, with the usual yogurt that we take, like Yoplait, for example, which is the fruit yogurt. Noisy rumor. All right, no worries. Just finish this real quick. Oh yeah. Yesterday went to gym and it was just mostly trying to do abdominal exercises. And I did the one where you either hold a weight or a kettlebell on one arm, and then you start like twisting, or not twisting. You start tilting your upper body to that side of the weight, and then you lift yourself back again. Really good exercise for your sides. Or for your love handles, I guess. Don't you dare fall off. Turn yourself into a square. You either want me to be Minecraft Steve or just Alex, whichever are the two. Looking like Kickman? Actually, no. Just basically Spider-Verse Kingpin. Not the regular one. It's a Spider-Verse one. The one that is absolutely fucking massive. Alright. That was absolutely delicious. Really helps eliminate sweet cravings. That meal, I'd give it like 200 to 250 calories only. It's really good. Alright, so where did we left off? We left off at Leviticus. That one book that I kinda almost never hear of. Probably because it's mostly just a law book. Probably. It's mostly just instructions towards the Levitites, which is what I was explained. I think it's the Levitites. Have some gum. You guys want some gum? Want some? No? Alright, I won't give you shit. What flavor? It's the black one. This black one. This Arctic Chill. I have icebreakers on at work. My director, every time he comes into the office or our department, he just goes, takes my icebreaker, just takes one. You have enough for the whole class? It's 60 pieces, so yeah, I'm pretty sure there's enough, but no. Miles the black one. Alright. I am Omnimon, one of Athelius's friends. Azalea, I'm one of her friends. Azalea? Was she the one that raided last time? I think it was. Let me create a new thing here, and so that. All right. All right, Leviticus. The one that I'm almost never talked to about, or is mostly never talked about, as far as I always in my experience. Most people mostly don't talk about it. Again, just instructions from the Israelites towards the Levitites, from what I've been told. I think we left off at chapter 13, was it? I believe. I think it was. Thank you, Gold. Appreciate it, buddy. Reading King James? Yes. It is King James. And why King James, you may ask? Because it's harder to read, or at least quote-unquote harder to read, so I want to challenge myself. Because my vocabulary sucks. Okay, so yeah, it was chapter 13. Alright. Just wanted to make sure that I'm not skipping anything. And yes, I know there's ones that are easier to read. But again, I want to pretend I am some peasant in the 1500s or 1600s, and I'm just trying to survive with the most money I can have, and food, and a Bible, and every day just going to church. Alright. Chapter 13. And the Lord. Actually, let me also put some better music other than this. Let me put the Persona 5 with some rain. Yes, this one. It's always better with some rain, isn't it? You're gonna find yourself talking different. Art thou a fool? For I shall call God to smite you down. Alright. Chapter 13. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, saying, when a man shall have in the skin of his flesh arising a scab or bright spot, it be in the skin of his flesh like the plague of leprosy, then he shall be brought unto Aaron the priest, or unto one of his sons the priests. And the priest shall look on the plague and in the skin of the flesh, and when the hair in the plague is turned white, and the plague in sight be deeper than the skin in his flesh, it is a plague of leprosy, and the priest shall look on him and pronounce him unclean. Looks like you're doing something from Death Note. What are you talking about? What do you mean something from Death Note?
I'm home.
Oh my god.
I'm home.
You sound drunk.
I'm not, I'm just tired and in severe pain.
Alright, well, we just started chapter 13 of the Leviticus book. I think we
Give me the plot.
I think we have like
Give me the
14 chapters left.
What's happened so far?
Yeah, about 14 chapters left.
What happened so far?
Right now, is just giving instructions to from the Israelites towards the Levitites on how to do their rituals, and maybe bring a couple laws, rules, I guess, and yeah, how to properly do rituals, especially with animals. Only animals, I guess, and teaching which organs and what parts of the animal should be taken away, and which ones should be used to sacrifice with. You know, what foods to eat, I believe, as well. And I think right now is teaching how to know if someone has leprosy.
So, there's King Solomon in the picture yet?
No, not yet. We're not there yet.
For some time.
This is literally the third book.
Okay.
It's a huge book. All right, man. It's like thousands of pages left, or hundreds, I guess.
You know, there's a theory that the Levitical food laws they were given to sort of tell them what's not safe to eat. For example, like
Pigs.
they don't really know about food safety at this time, and like eating undercooked pork
Yeah,
or
exactly.
even cooked pork. Yeah.
Or pork
Yeah,
as
you
a
already
whole.
know. Yeah.
Pork expires very fast. That's exactly why it was considered unclean.
Yeah. I can imagine, especially when seeing someone like, oh, let me just eat this pork, and then the next day they're just freaking dead.
Especially if you
I can imagine anyone would be like, oh, damn, this food is unclean. We should not be eating this. Especially
when you get
especially from an animal that basically eats most of the things that are like quote unquote waste.
Yeah. Pigs eat most of the things that are. That's it. They eat most of the things.
Even humans, yes.
Alright, I'm back.
Which is why murderers throw the dead bodies towards the pigs, because they'll eat anything. Even the bones, I believe.
You can't do that in Zomboid. I've tried.
If the bright spot
Bro.
be white in the skin of his flesh, and side be not deeper than the skin, and the hair thereof be not turned white, then the priest shall shut up him that hath the plague 7 days. And the priest shall look on him the 7th day, and behold, if the plague is in his side, be at a stay, and the plague spread not in the skin, then the priest shall shut him up 7 days more. So basically, basic what's it called? Isolation. Like separating them from the people. I forgot the word. I forgot the word.
Quarantine.
Yeah, quarantine. Basic quarantine. And the priest shall look the priest shall look on him again the 7th day, and behold, if the plague be somewhat dark, and the plague spread not in the skin, the priest shall pronounce him clean. It is but a scab, and he shall wash his clothes and be clean. Basic disinfecting. But if the scab spread much abroad in the skin, after that he hath been seen in the priest for his cleansing, he shall be seen of the priest again. And if the priest see that, behold, the scab spitteth in the skin, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is leprosy. When the plague of leprosy is in man, then he shall be brought unto the priest, and the priest shall see him, and behold, if the rising be white in the skin, and have turned the hair white, and there be quick raw flesh in the rising, it is an old leprosy in the skin of his flesh, and the priest shall pronounce him unclean, and shall not shut him up, for he is unclean. And if a leprosy break is out abroad in the skin, and the leprosy cover all the skin of him that hath that plague, from his head even to his foot, wheresoever the priest looketh, then the priest shall consider, and behold, if the leprosy have covered all his flesh, he shall pronounce him clean that have the plague. It is all turned white, he is clean. But when the raw flesh appeareth in him, he shall be unclean, and the priest shall see the raw flesh, and pronounce him to be unclean. For the raw flesh is unclean, it is a leprosy. Or if the raw flesh turn again, and be changed unto white, he shall come unto the priest, and the priest shall see him, and behold, if the plague be turned into white, then the priest shall pronounce him clean that hath the plague, he is clean. What year did the King James Bible was made again?
When was King James alive?
King James year 1566 to 1625.
I don't think modern English is that old.
When was the Black Plague? I forgot the
Oh, that was like
years. Okay, that was 200-year difference. Okay. But I guess I can imagine they would have a tutorial on how to treat it, I guess. At this point.
KJP was originally published 1611.
Yeah, yeah. It's a 200-year difference right there. Alright, and the flesh also in which even in the skin thereof was a boil and is healed. And in place of the boil there be a white rising or a bright spot, white and somewhat reddish, and it be shewed to the priest, so some sort of rash. And if when the priest seeth it, behold, it be and sit lower than the skin, and the hair thereof be turned white, the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a plague leprosy, broken out of the boil. But if the priest look on it, and behold, there be no white hairs therein, and if be not lower than the skin, but be somewhat dark, then the priest shall shut him up 7 days. And if it spread much abroad in the skin, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a plague. But if the bright spot stays in his place and spread not, it is a burning boil, and the priest shall pronounce him clean. How many more ways are we gonna know if someone's clean and unclean in here, bro?
So
I'm starting to see why they don't teach this shit in school, because this is the definition of fucking boring.
I mean, it is the King James version. I'm pretty sure that other versions will actually be a lot more simpler. I just chose to torture myself. Or if there be any flesh, or if there be any flesh in the skin whereof there is a hot burning, and the quick flesh that burneth have a white bright spot, somewhat reddish or white, then the priest shall look upon it, and behold, if the hair in the bright spot is white, it be inside deeper than the skin, it is a leprosy, broken out of the burning, wherefore the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is the plague of leprosy. But if the priest look on it, and behold, there is no white hair in the bright spot, and it be no lower than the other skin, but be somewhat dark, then the priest shall shut him up 7 days. Wait, what? There be no white hair in the bright spot, and be no lower than the skin. What is it, ingrown hair? And the priest shall look upon him the 7th day, and if it be spread much abroad in the skin, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is the plague of leprosy. And if this bright spot stays in the same and if the bright spot stay in his place and spread not in the skin, but it be somewhat dark, it is a rising of the burning, and the priest shall pronounce him clean, for it is an inflammation of the burning. And if a man or a woman have a plague upon the head or the beard, then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be inside deeper than the skin, and there be in a yellow thin hair, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean. It is a dry scale, even a leprosy upon the head or beard. And if the priest look on the plague of the scale, and behold, it be not inside deeper than the skin, and that there is no black hair in it, then the priest shall shut up him that hath the plague of the scale 7 days. And in the 7th day the priest shall look on the plague, and behold, if the scale spread not, and there be no yellow hair, and the scale be not inside deeper than the skin, he shall be shaven. But the scale shall he not shave, and the priest shall shut up him that have the scale 7 days more.
Hey, Anna.
Oh my freaking god. What? What is
Hey,
it?
Anna.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about what it would be like to be a Jewish vampire?
What do you mean by that?
Like, a vampire who follows Orthodox Jewish traditions.
I mean,
Have you ever thought about how to live as a vampire while also being kosher?
didn't there already wasn't there like a Latino comedy show, I believe it was, where there was a Jewish vampire Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
eat much of
Yo,
that.
soy Jacinto Grande. Toma. And then he's like, ha 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 ha. You are such a fool, Jacinto. My ancestors were Jewish. Oh yeah? Well, what will I have? Hi Hitler!
Okay,
And then the
and
vampire's like, ah!
so there is a rabbi who is also a science fiction author who has written a book about a vampire who has to like actually follow fucking Hebrew like kosher laws while still being a fucking vampire. And that's something that we should read at some point.
Can you imagine kosher blood? How would that work?
That's a very good question. Also, speaking of which, I'm pretty sure the exact same video I showed you about that also explained that breast milk is kosher.
Damn. Oh wait, but then
Yes.
that means that the Jewish vampire then would have to feed off of other Jew people then only because they're the only ones that eat kosher food.
That's actually a very good question. But no, like, breast milk cheese on a hamburger is kosher, but any other kind of cheese isn't.
Damn. A fun fact: in the original movie Dracula, wore a Star Ren fan, aka the Star David. Of course.
Gee, I wonder why.
I wonder what they were trying to say. Okay. At this point, they're mostly talking about how to tell if someone has leprosy and to basically isolate them from the other people, or I forgot the word again. I'm so dumb. Basically to know how if someone has leprosy, whether it's in a man or a woman, and to tell from the hairs whether it's a dark or white hair or white spots, or basically I guess ingrown hair, maybe if they have ingrown hair or not, or maybe just some certain bright spots, or some kind of rash, I guess. They would actually tell that they actually have leprosy. They will continue to check on them, and if the priests, whether it's Aaron or the sons of Aaron, the other priests, they check on the person. If they still check all the symptoms, and they stay isolated. That's basically what this chapter is mostly talking about. Yeah, it continues with the plague, the leprosy in here. It's just that I don't wanna read mostly the same thing, which is mostly about all the symptoms.
You gotta eat all your vegetables.
Basically, yes. Okay, yeah, this is the law of the plague of leprosy in a garment of woolen or linen, either a warp or woof or anything of skins, to pronounce it clean, to pronounce it unclean. Oh yeah, and also how to clean, and also how to sanitize, kinda. He was also teaching.
Here's today's dog, by the way. Don't actually show this one on stream.
Let me see the doggo. Oh my god!
She was really lovely.
Her curls are gone.
Yes, it's called a haircut. I'm sure you need one too. I've seen your curls.
No, I don't want to take a haircut. I wanna try. The only next time if I get a haircut, I'm just gonna request to just cut the bangs a bit. I wanna keep the back of my head to actually grow a lot more. Hopefully to make it more for the hair to go more down, you know. Kind of like wolf cut-ish, with the curly. Let's go ahead to chapter 14. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, This shall be the law of the leper in the day of his cleansing. He shall be brought unto the priest, and the priest shall go forth out of the camp. The priest shall look, and behold, if the plague of leprosy be healed in the leper. Then shall the priest command to take for him, that is to be cleansed, 2 birds alive and clean, and cedar wood and scarlet and hyssop. And the priest shall command that one of the birds be killed in an earthen vessel over running water. As for the living bird, he shall take it in cedar wood, and the scarlet and the hyssop, and shall dip them in the living bird in the blood of the bird that was killed over the running water. He shall sprinkle upon him.
What kind of witchcraft is this?
I have no idea. This is a law of the leper. As for the living bird, he shall take it and cedar wood, and the scarlet of the hyssop shall dip them in the living bird in the blood of the bird that was killed over the running water. He shall sprinkle upon him that is to be cleansed from the leprosy 7 times. Shall pronounce him clean, and shall let the living bird loose into the open field. Oh, wait. I thought the bird was dead.
There are 2 birds. One is bathed in the blood of the other.
Oh, right.
Because that has something to do with leprosy.
And he that is to be cleansed shall wash his clothes, and shave off all his hair, and wash himself in water, that he may be clean. And after that he shall come into the camp, and shall tarry abroad out of his tent 7 days. But it shall be on the 7th day that he shall shave all his hair of his head, and his beard, and his eyebrows. Even all his hair he shall shave off, and he shall wash his clothes. Also he shall wash his flesh in water, and he shall be clean. And on the 8th day he shall take two he lambs without blemish, and one ewe lamb.
Ew, it means a female.
Ewe lamb, I can tell, of the first year without blemish, and 3/10 deals of fine flour for a meat offering, mingled with oil, and 1 log of oil. Thank God for the New Testament, bro. And the New Covenant, I guess. And the priest that maketh him clean shall present the man that is to be made clean, and those things before the Lord, at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the priest shall take 1 he lamb, and offer him for a trespass offering, and the log of oil, and wave them for a wave offering before the Lord. He shall slay the lamb in the place where he shall kill the sin offering, and the burnt offering in the holy place. For as the sin offering is the priest's, so is the trespass offering. It is most holy. And the priest shall take some of the blood of the trespass offering, and the priest shall put it upon the tip of the right ear of him that is to be cleansed, and upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of his right foot. And the priest shall take some of the log of oil, and pour into the palm of his own left hand. The priest shall dip his right finger in the oil that is in his left hand, and shall sprinkle of the oil with his finger 7 times before the Lord. And of the rest of the oil that is of his hand shall the priest put upon the tip of the right ear of him that is to be cleansed, and upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of his right foot, upon the blood of the trespass offering. And the remnant of the oil that is in the priest's hand he shall pour upon the head of him that is to be cleansed, and the priest shall make an atonement for him before the Lord. And the priest shall offer the sin offering, and make an atonement for him that is to be cleansed from his uncleanness. And afterward he shall kill the burnt offering. And the priest shall offer the burnt offering and the meat offering upon the altar, and the priest shall make an atonement for him, and he shall be clean. And if he be poor, and cannot get so much, then he shall take 1 lamb for a trespass offering to be waived, to make an atonement for him, and 1/10 deal of fine flour mingled with oil for a meat offering, and a log of oil, and 2 turtle doves, or 2 young pigeons, such as he is able to get, and the one shall be a sin offering, and the other a burnt offering. He shall bring them on the 8th day for his cleansing unto the priest, unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord. Bro, these people were bored. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, they were bored, alright.
And the priest shall take the lamb of the trespass offering and the log of oil, and the priest shall wave them for a wave offering before the Lord. Or actually, I guess God in some way was like, okay, you guys seem bored. I'm gonna teach you guys how to do all the stuff, all this pretty cool stuff. I'm gonna teach you how to make a tabernacle. You know, I'm gonna teach you how to cook. I'm gonna teach you how to cure leprosy or maybe cleanse from leprosy. I'm gonna teach you how to kill animals properly, make a little ritual, make a little sacrifice, you know. On top of that, you're gonna use the blood of the animals even as well. It's on specific spots on your body, ears, fingers, toes.
This reminds me of how Zach Heiser had to teach his entire company how to do laundry.
On a what?
It reminds me of how Zach Hazard had to like teach his entire company at Fort Polk how to do laundry.
How to do laundry?
Yeah, it's a bunch of like 21-year-olds at like a military base in like 2004 who didn't know how to do their laundry.
I see. The new covenant was for the Jews too, but they were not willing, so us Gentiles are also able to inherit. I mean, yeah, Jews normally, yeah, they do reject Christ in all the ways, so especially when it comes to Judaism. So
not only just for the Jews, also, but for them first. In fact.
Well,
the Gentiles.
I mean, I guess not all. Obviously, not all Jews, but I guess the ones from Judaism do, at least.
Modern day Judaism is not the continuation of Judaism from Jesus' time. That would be Christianity.
Yeah, exactly. Which changed to Christianity. Yeah. And he shall kill the lamb of the trespass offering, and the priest shall take some of the blood of the trespass offering and put it upon the tip of the right ear of him that is to be cleansed, and upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of his right foot. And the priest shall pour of the oil into the palm of his own left hand, and the priest shall sprinkle with his right finger some of the oil that is in his left hand 7 times before the Lord. The priest shall put of the oil that is in his hand upon the tip of the right ear of him that is to be cleansed, and upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of his right foot, upon the place of the blood of the trespass offering. And the rest of the oil that is in the priest's hand he shall put upon the head of him that is to be cleansed, to make an atonement for him before the Lord. He shall offer the one of the turtle doves, or of the young pigeons, such as he can get, even such as he is able to get the one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering, with the meat offering, and the priest shall make an atonement for him that is to be cleansed before the Lord. That is the law of him in whom is the plague of leprosy, whose hand is not able to get that which pertaineth to his cleansing. The Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, When ye be come into the hand of Canaan, which I give to you for a possession, and I put the plague of leprosy in the house of the land of your possession, and he that oweth that the house shall come and tell the priest, saying, It seemeth to me there is, as it were, a plague in the house. Then the priest shall command that they empty the house before the priest go into it and see the plague, that all that is in the house be not made unclean, and afterward the priest shall go in to see the house. shall look on the plague, and behold, if the plague be in the walls of the house with hollow streaks, greenish or reddish, which is in sight, are lower than the wall. Wait, what?
So the last section was what to do if someone is sick.
No,
Then here's
no.
what to do if your house is sick.
I mean, I guess I know what you means. It's like, what if the house is infected? Then yeah. But it's just the way that it says it. Greenish or
speaking to them on
reddish,
their level.
which is inside, are lower than the wall. Then the priest shall go out of the house to the door of the house, and shut up the house 7 days. The priest shall come again the 7th day, and shall look. Behold, if the plague be spread in the walls of the house. Then the priest shall command that they take away the stones in which the plague is, and they shall cast them into the unclean place without the city. And he shall cause the house to be scraped within round about, and they shall pour out the dust that they scrape off without the city into an unclean place. They shall take other stones and put them in the place of those stones, and he shall take other mortar and shall plaister the house. And if the plague come again and break out in the house after that, he hath taken away the stones, and after he hath scraped the house, he hath scraped the house, and after it is plaistered. Then the priest shall come and look, and behold, if the plague be spread in the house, it is fretting leprosy in the house, it is unclean, dirty. He shall break down the house, the stones of it, and the timber thereof, and all of the mortar of the house, and he shall carry them forth out of the city into an unclean place. Moreover, he that goeth into the house all the while that it is shut up shall be unclean until the even. That he that lieth in the house shall wash his clothes, and he that eateth in the house shall wash his clothes. And the priest shall come in and look upon it, and behold, the plague hath not spread in the house after the house was plaistered. Then the priest shall pronounce the house clean, because the plague is healed. You don't clean a plague, you get rid of it, you kill it, I guess. And he shall take to cleanse the house 2 birds and cedar wood and scarlet and hyssop. He shall kill the one of the birds in an earthen vessel over running water. Jesus came and suffered guilt. Sucky, they didn't know. I know. I'm sure, Roderick. I'm sure they didn't know. He shall take the cedar wood and the hyssop and the scarlet and the living bird, dip them in the blood of the slain bird and in the running water, and sprinkle the house 7 times. And he shall cleanse the house with the blood of the bird, and with the running water, with the living bird, and with the cedar wood, with the hyssop, and with the scarlet. But he shall let go of the living bird out of the city into the open fields, and make an atonement for the house. He shall be clean. This is the law for all the manner of plague of leprosy and scale, and for the leprosy of a garment and of a house, and for a rising, for a scab, and for a bright spot, to teach when it is unclean, and when it is clean. This is the law of leprosy. Are we done with leprosy and scale or other sicknesses, infections, diseases, and that we should be aware of in these times? The Levitical law is for perfect people, but it's impossible to live up to for us who aren't perfect. The Israelites were not perfect either. I'm pretty sure of that. I mean, yeah, nobody's perfect. That's for sure. We're just slaves? No, we're cattle. We're goy.
That's what the sacrifices are for. When you break the law, then blood is the price.
Also, that's how you cleanse away the sins, so quote unquote sins.
Yes, and that's why you don't see, Jesus making any sacrifice, because
Yeah, he
other
already
than
did it. He
himself.
already did it all for us.
Yeah.
Another
And other than
lion
that,
for another
in his
lion.
life,
Huh?
sorry, in his life, you don't see him making any sacrifices because he follows the law, because he is perfect,
Yeah,
and
supposed to
he
be.
lives a perfect life.
What's up, Gold?
Meow.
Insightful.
My God. Also, Roderick, are you going? I sort of got if you're going to Bad Bunny's concert, I'm gonna put you in the bad list because you'll be part of the problem, man. Because of you, I might not be able to go to work properly. If you are going, because it is close to Plaza Las Americas. Like, extremely close. That place is going to... Plaza Las Americas is going to... just blow up, man. Everyone's just gonna use parking there. All the parking is there. All the parking buildings and the entirety of the rest of the regular parking, everything is gonna be full. It's gonna be a whole lot of traffic jam. It's like Christmas time in Plaza, yes. But the thing is, I work very close to Plaza, and I don't like. I don't want to go through that, especially at night, which is when I have to get out. I don't want to be dealing with a traffic jam at close to 12 a.m. My guy. When I get out of work at 12 a.m., you know what I want? Almost empty road. But I might be getting traffic jam. Someone to leave church next to Telemundo and walked. Alright, so Mr. Maida, what it means is you have to be perfect to follow the Levitical laws without breaking them. I'm sure as hell I can't follow all of this. We all know the Israelites were imperfect. There's a whole book about that. Yes. There is. We are aware of that as well. But I guess the fact that they had no choice but to actually cleanse themselves constantly, I guess, using all those sacrifices. I can imagine the amount of constant sacrifices they had to do.
Yeah, like when you look at all the Levitical laws and you look at, what you have to do to atone for them, it's like, are there that many animals? Like, who can afford this?
I guess it is a way to say, don't screw up.
Is one way for sure.
It is truly one way to say, if you screw up, we're gonna slowly take whatever you own until you have nothing left. The sacrifice was yearly.
Yeah, there's many sacrifice. Like the burnt offering is every day, if I recall. One in the morning and one in the evening.
Hmm.
Like the altar was burning 24/7.
Yeah, but yeah, good thing is yearly, cause imagine spamming that. If I were God, I would also be annoyed.
Hey, it says he likes the way it smells.
He's a true American. Likes likes the smell of grilled meat and chicken.
A sweet savor unto God.
All right, chapter 15. All right. Is it? It's more leprosy.
We got the people.
How many
and the,
sicknesses is these? How many
and the
sicknesses do these
houses.
people have?
But what about what about the clothes? And what about your just average everyday personal hygiene?
That's true. Like the Aztecs sacrificing people? No, the Israelites. I'm pretty sure the Israelites were not sacrificing people until they went to Canaan. They sacrificed animals.
Every time they started doing that, there were consequences.
Yeah, whenever they were sacrificing people or participating in the event of sacrificing people, God was pissed.
Man, just wait till we get to Judges. I love the book of Judges. It's like a book of like Jewish superheroes. Like Samson is the Jewish Incredible Hulk.
Damn. Because we also have to we have to also keep in mind that in these times, obviously these people had these were many different groups, and they all had their own different ways of belief and culture. Maybe the Israelites were just more peaceful, and they were. And they tried to, since they were probably small in numbers, they didn't have the same amount of numbers as the Canaanites maybe or other cultures, so they couldn't afford to just sacrifice people as well. Even though yes, obviously human sacrifice is evil, but think of it as that time they cannot afford to sacrifice people because they were probably small in numbers. So instead, they go for animals. You can regrow. You can breed them, and you can breed them pretty easily, and you can just do this. And you can just do this yearly as well, so they don't run out.
Every chance they get, they
yes, every
slide
chance
back. Yeah, and I can't snap my fingers because I'm a loser, but like every time that happens, just imagine God snapping in their face, like, hey, stop that, get back over here, stop.
Yeah, just like, hey, stop it.
Exactly.
I'm giving you ideas, alright? Alright, chapter 15. The Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When any man hath a running issue out of his flesh, because of his issue he is unclean.
Diarrhea.
Understandable. This shall be his uncleanness and his issue, whether his flesh run. Okay.
Yeah. Whenever it says issue, it means something's coming out of the body. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. Judges es Dios dándole mitología griega a Israel. Really? Judges is. I guess I'm not sure because even as a teen I only knew like a tiny amount of. It's a very small amount of the books of the Bible. I wasn't really all that knowledgeable onto it, even though I was forced to go into Sunday school, and also my private school also had Christian education as well. I literally could not care any less, and when I was a teen or as a kid, I was like, these stories are getting repetitive, and I'm tired of hearing them. Because it was mostly the same stories. Yeah, it was mostly the same stories. It was either Adam and Eve, Abel and Cain, Moses, Noah, Jonah, especially Jonah, especially with a whale or giant fish, obviously Jesus, and especially Judas, and John, and David, and Peter. Yeah, those were all mostly oh yeah, Samson as well. Yeah, Samson was one. It's always the Sunday school for kids. It's always either Noah, Jonah, Samson, Jesus, and David, and Daniel. Those are mostly the only characters that they mostly would teach a child most of the time, or as a teen. Imagine telling kids about Lot and his daughters in the cave.
Yeah, some things can wait for when you're a little older.
I guess that makes sense. But it's just that when I was a teen, like already close to adult, I would maybe actually. Thank you, Gold. I would actually be kind of like curious as to like, oh shit, what happened here? Man, girl, you rich? Can I borrow like $300? What do you mean I'm rich?
Yeah,
I ain't
judges-
rich.
Edna is rich.
I am not rich.
Don't you
Judges
own, like a
was-
Bugatti or some shit.
Huh?
You own a Bugatti, bro.
I don't have. You
Oh,
went
that's
to
crazy.
you went to private school. Listen, from pre-kindergarten to 4th grade, I went to military school. And from half 4th grade all the way to 12th grade, I went to private school, yeah.
No.
She has AC in her room too in PR. Having AC is like the most regular.
That's normal.
Yeah, the most regular, normal necessity ever that you can have. Hell, you can buy those small box ones as well. You can just put it on a window. You know, those Japanese window ACs as well. You can have one of those. They're pretty cheap. And they work really well.
Dude, my apartment doesn't allow those. It sucks.
And can I get a quick loan? Sure, at
solid anyway.
5% interest rate. Because I'm gonna be a Jew about it if I am going to give loans.
5%
Yeah, we do have
really
one anyway.
low.
Went to private
I would-
school and
if I
I'm
were
broke
you,
as
I'd
fuck.
be 20.
Huh?
Say 20% interest rate. The fuck? You're not a Jew if you're doing 5. 5% is generous. Holy fuck.
Okay, you
You
know
wanna be
what?
Jewish, go like 35.
Okay, you know what? I'll do 25% as a quick loan. If you want a quick loan and you don't you're not gonna specify me what you're gonna use it for. Okay, 25% then.
She's not a Jew, but she's Jew-ish.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's Jew-ish.
Or 6-7%.
You know, Judges was...
Yeah,
Sorry,
and
you
right now,
first.
right now you're like normal bank level. Jewish level is like 35 to like 40 or some shit like that, you know?
Yeah, if you don't if you just ask for like a regular loan, as in like, oh, I'm not gonna specify what it is for, but so yeah, then bank is gonna
Jews.
screw you over. Another billion for our greatest ally. Okay, his issue or his flesh be stopped from his issue, it is his uncleanness. Every bed whereon he lieth that hath the issue is unclean, and everything whereon he sitteth shall be unclean. They were shitting on beds. They were shitting on beds. And I need $2,000 for a life-size Midna sex doll. Just because of that, I'm gonna put you at 50% interest. No, 100%. So you can never have it. You can never pay it off.
And that was like actually the interest rates that they were using back in biblical times.
And you know what? And you know what? Talking about the life-size Midna doll. Has everyone heard about the Lopunny life-size doll? Plush? I think it costs like $330. 100% what a steal. Bro, the Pokemon Company know what they're doing. First Gardevoir. Now Lopunny. Did they make Vaporeon already? Or any of the evolutions? Yet? Or any other quote-unquote sexy Pokemon yet? There was Lucario. I mean, Lucario's like kind of mid. I'm gonna lie, but I mean he's cool, but
all cheeked up and shit, bro. Hell yeah.
Lucario's cool, but in terms of quote-unquote sexiness, he's like mid.
This is a
Have you
Bible
not
reading
seen any of
stream.
the fucking
It's a
porn on
literal
it?
dog standing on two legs that knows karate or
Even
martial arts.
Better.
Be better?
Even
How about you be
fucking-
better?
Yeah.
How about you stop being poor in San Diego? Exactly. Alright. And he that toucheth the flesh of him that hath the issue shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in the water and be unclean until the even. And if he that hath the issue spit upon him that is clean, then he shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even. And what saddle soever he rideth upon that hath the issue shall be unclean. Whosoever toucheth anything that was under him shall be unclean until the even, and he that beareth any of those things shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even. These people were just shaming them like, ew! He shat himself! Nobody touch him! Nobody touch him! Shame! 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 Take a bath! Shame! Oh my god. They didn't have any mercy, especially on this one. As in like, oh, you touched them? You're also unclean. Shame! Shame! Clean yourself!
Man, like, if they had followed the whole Levitical law, then Israel would have been the nicest, cleanest, most prosperous nation in the area at those times.
Maybe.
Just from following these laws.
Man, I mean, they had to find a way how to deal with it, so I don't know. Plus, also following all these rituals and also all the various specifics. They either must be the most patient people or the most tolerant. Either of the two. Nice,
I don't know about tolerance.
Niceness? I don't think so.
Yeah,
Patience?
tolerance.
Patience? Most likely. Tolerance? Depends.
Well, tolerance isn't
Because the
always,
because
or-
with the Amalekites, they had zero tolerance against, obviously.
yeah, tolerance isn't always or even usually a virtue.
Alright, and whomsoever he toucheth that hath the issue hath not rinsed his hands in water, he shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water. Be unclean until the even. Is this why we also clean our hands? Is this why when we were children, our parents will always tell us to wash your hands after you use the bathroom?
Nowadays,
Nah,
we know
but
about germs.
now we just understand, like, oh, you did all the dirty stuff. Okay, now go wash your hands, because whatever you touched, or whatever, wherever that hand was close to, yeah, get rid of all that bacteria.
Now we know about germs. Back in these days, they followed this. Well, they didn't follow any of this stuff. Or
Yeah.
not all the time anymore, anyway. But they did this in theory because God told them to.
Exactly. They were just like literally like children. They didn't know it any better.
And that's how we're supposed to be in front of God. Like children. Sorry.
And the vessel of earth that he toucheth which hath the issue shall be broken, and every vessel of wood shall be rinsed in water. And when he that hath an issue and is cleansed of his issue, then he shall number to himself 7 days for his cleansing, and wash his clothes, and bathe his flesh in running water, and shall be clean. And on the 8th day he shall take to him 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, and come before the Lord unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and give them unto the priest. And the priest shall offer them the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him before the Lord for his issue. And if any man's seed... What do you mean by that? And if any man's seed of copulation go out from him, he shall wash all his flesh in water, and be unclean until the even.
If you need someone to say it, you don't need them to say it.
Nutting? Is that what it is?
Yes.
If any man's seed of copulate... What is copulation?
Need it be spelt out.
I mean, I know what go out from him, but I'm not sure if it's...
It's what you think it is.
Is it masturbation, or is it just normal, or is it normal sex?
Either one. Like straight up, if it comes out of you.
So these people could goon then, all right? They were allowed to goon, I guess.
I don't know one way or the other about that. I just know that if it comes out of you, you're unclean till the evening.
Okay. Copulation means implies a partner. Okay, so it is sex then. All right.
Well,
so it is breeding.
A man's seed of copulation, meaning, his seed. Whether or not any sex actually happens, like a wet dream would be enough.
Yeah, but it's let me search the word as a whole. Let me search up the word as in like the definition. Copulation. The physical act of sexual union or mating. Okay, yeah, it is basically that. So yeah.
Well, it is the seed of that, and whenever we're unsure about something, we need to go to the Hebrew rather than the English.
Well, it is saying man's seed of copulation go out for him, so I'm guessing it's just regular mating. So after that, just wash your hands, or I guess wash your flesh in water, or I guess take a bath after it. And every garment and every skin whereon it is the seed of copulation shall be washed with water, and be unclean until the even. The woman also with whom man shall lie with seed of copulation, they shall both bathe themselves in water, and be unclean until the even. And if a woman has an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood, she shall be put apart 7 days. And whosoever toucheth her shall be unclean until the even. Ew, cooties! just yelling it out. Ew, she's menstruating. He touched her. He has cooties. And everything that she lieth upon her in upon her separation shall be unclean. Everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean, and whosoever toucheth her bed shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. And whosoever toucheth anything that she sat upon shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in the water, and be unclean until the even. And if it be on her bed, or on anything whereon she sitteth, when he toucheth it, he shall be unclean until the even. And if any man lie with her at all, and her flowers be upon him, he shall be unclean 7 days, and all the bed whereon he lieth shall be unclean. If a woman has an issue of her blood many days out of the time of her separation, or if it run beyond the time of her separation, all the days of the issue her uncleanness shall be as the days of her separation, she shall be unclean. These guys truly didn't want to deal with women and their menstruation. Every bed whereon she lieth all the days of her issue shall be unto her as the bed of her separation, and whatsoever she sitteth upon shall be unclean, and the uncleanness of her separation. And whosoever toucheth those things shall be unclean, and shall wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even. But if she be cleansed of her issue, then she shall number to herself 7 days, and after that she shall be unclean. And on the 8th day she shall take unto her 2 turtles or 2 young pigeons, and bring them unto the priest to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the priest shall offer the one for sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for her before the Lord for the issue of her uncleanness. Thus shall ye separate the children of Israel from their uncleanness, that they die not in their uncleanness when they defile my tabernacle that is among them. Imagine dirtying the tabernacle with excrement, bro. I cannot imagine this. This is the law of him that had an issue, and of him whose seed goeth from him, and is defiled therewith, and of her that is sick of her flowers, and of him that hath an issue, of the man of the woman, and of him that lieth with her that is unclean. Alright, chapter 16. Drink some water.
You're gonna hate numbers.
Oh, I know. I've been told numbers is just mostly a lot of names. A ton of names. So many people that are most likely are just gonna die. Like in Genesis.
Although, to be fair to numbers, like the second half of it, or at least later in numbers, there's some like actually really interesting narrative. Rather than just lists.
Movement. What's up, Arrowbell? Christian Anna, I'll mess with it. I'm trying it out because since between as a child and as a teen and as a young adult, I mean since I started college, I just been like completely away from it, and I was just completely tired of Christianity. So hey, why not give it a try now, you know? And since I am now more patient and more curious, why not? Let's have a read of it. Let's have a read. And hey, maybe by the end, maybe in Revelations, maybe in one of the New Testament books, maybe it might actually make me convert. You know?
Yeah, the Old Testament's tough to get through a lot of the time.
No, yeah, it is the old covenant. It is the old ways that is no longer bound to us. So, understandable, you know. Also,
yeah,
high
like,
panty.
it's just a bummer in a lot of places.
Yeah. Alright, chapter 16. And the Lord spake unto Moses, and after the death of the two sons of Aaron. What happened to them? After the death of the two sons of Aaron, when they offered before the Lord and died.
Remember the unauthorized fire? Back in Exodus.
Holy. Arrow, thank you for the gift of subs. Oh my god. That's a lot of them. Appreciate it. Wish you the best of your journey of rediscovery, and may God bless you with his love. I appreciate it. Cause you know what, I might be reading the beginnings of the Old Testament. Also makes me think like, damn. If I were God, I would also probably be pretty frustrated and mad at at my own creation. Like, I'd just be like, what are you all doing? Oh my. I mean,
there's gonna be. Sorry, you go.
And well, actually, no, you go. I have to think about. I have to think about it.
Gotcha. There are gonna be some times while going through the Old Testament where you're gonna think, God, you're a monster. But you gotta just get through the whole thing all the way to the end, and then come back with different eyes.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people like reading through Genesis and reading about the flood, for example. People will say, "Oh, but God did caused the flood and killed probably millions, probably billions of people, including the giants." Listen, after reading this, do we even have to know? Do we even want to know what wickedness is in the first place? Do we want to know what wickedness is? Can we truly imagine such evil and corruption in the world more than it is?
I love that, actually. Because a lot of people have a really hard time reconciling the New Testament and the Old Testament. They cut them apart and turn them into two different things, but it's important to remember that it's the same God the whole time. Like Jesus, he looks back at the Old Testament and he says, "This is good." He
speaks of the laws of Moses as well. So yeah, he does respect the Old Testament. But the point
ahead of it.
The point I'm making here is like reading through Genesis, we cannot imagine what kind of evil these early human beings were doing, and also all the savagery and brutality that these giants were also causing towards the humans at the same time. So it's like God here didn't have a choice. I mean, yeah, sure, it could have probably just snapped his fingers and just maybe reset it in a more kinda gentle way, but at the same time, he had to teach humans, like Arrow says, like he had to teach humans in a way that a father has to teach.
Right. Sometimes the belt is necessary.
Because another thing that I'm also noticing is that a lot of people are putting too much emphasis on the omnipotence or omnipresence or omnibenevolent and what's it called?
Presence?
No, the all-knowing as well, all-powerful, all-knowing, all-loving, and always all present everywhere. They put too much emphasis on all the omnis, but they don't understand that it's a father trying to teach a child, or a father trying to teach his children.
Right. Because he's also all loving. And a lot of
Exactly.
people, like they'll point out that he's all-knowing, all-powerful, but then they'll try and act like they know better than him.
Let's just think.
Well, like, yeah,
We can think of God as like how Kratos tries to be a father for Atreus. Yes, he's very tough and rough with him, but he's trying to teach him to be a man and to be stronger, to actually be able to be strong enough and just be better before he actually goes on his own. That's
yeah.
basically it.
And like even more than that, like God knows exactly when to be tough and when to be gentle.
And also another quote that or not a quote, I guess a saying that I've also been hearing a lot, like as in like saying like saying believing in God and also walking with God. It is like being in a boat, being in a boat in a sea filled with storms. Yeah, sure, it'll be a lot of storms, but the boat is never gonna sink, or at least is not going to sink.
And that's why Jesus is just totally comfortable taking a nap in the middle of a horrible storm. Because he knows. He knows it's going to be fine.
Did he take a nap, or was it just walking with Peter?
I think it's two separate stories between him taking the nap and him walking on water. But I'm thinking particularly of the story of him calming the storm. Where the apostles are in this boat, there's a horrible raging storm outside, they're struggling to get to shore, and Jesus is just sleeping. He's just sleeping in the boat, and they're like, dude, wake up, what's going on? Like, how can you be sleeping? We're gonna die! And he's like, oh, ye of little faith, and then calms the storm. And it's like, he didn't calm the storm because it was gonna kill them. He calmed the
He
storm
just
to
knew
comfort
he
them.
wasn't gonna sink.
Yeah, like, they were safe, because God is already right there in the boat with them. But he calmed the storm anyway, not to save them, but to comfort them.
Yeah. Because a father knows when to actually calm their children when they're a little too agitated.
Yeah. When to be tough and when to be gentle. Once again.
Alright.
Over and over.
Oh, Aaron. You have suffered too much already. And the Lord said unto Moses, Speak unto Aaron thy brother, that he come not all times into the holy place within the veil, before the mercy seat which is upon the ark, that he die not, for I will appear in the cloud upon the mercy seat. Thus shall Aaron come into the holy place with a young bullock for a sin offering, and a ram for a burnt offering. He shall put on the holy linen coat, and he shall have the linen breeches upon his flesh, and shall be girded with a linen girdle, and with the linen mitre shall he be attired. These are holy garments, therefore shall he wash his flesh in the water, and so put them on. He shall take of the congregation of the children of Israel 2 kids of the goats for a sin offering, and 1 ram for a burnt offering. And Aaron shall offer his bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself, and make an atonement for himself for his house. He shall take the 2 goats and present them before the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Aaron shall cast lots upon the 2 goats, upon 1 lot for the Lord and another for the scapegoat. Aaron shall bring the goat upon the Lord's lot fell, and offer him for a sin offering. But the goat on which the lot fell to the scapegoat shall be presented alive before the Lord, to make an atonement with him, and to let him go for a scapegoat into the wilderness. And Aaron shall bring the bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself, and shall make an atonement for himself and for his house, and shall kill the bullock of the sin offering, which is for himself. He shall take a censer full of burning coals of fire of the altar before the Lord, and his hands full of sweet incense beaten small, and bring it within the veil. He shall put the incense upon the fire before the Lord, that the cloud of the incense may cover the mercy seat that is upon the testimony, that he die not. He shall take of the blood of the bullock and sprinkle it with his finger upon the mercy seat eastward before the mercy seat, shall sprinkle of the blood with his finger 7 times. He shall kill the goat of the sin offering that is for the people, bring his blood within the veil, and do with that blood as he did with the blood of the bullock, and sprinkle it upon the mercy seat before the mercy seat. He shall make an atonement for the holy place because of the uncleanness of the children of Israel, and because of their transgressions in all their sins. And so shall he do for the tabernacle of the congregation that remaineth among them in the midst of their uncleanness. Hello, Kugutsu. Kugutsu Sakura. Glad to see someone reading the Old Testament. Well, hey man, I'm curious, and it has made me realize how truly bad everything was, really back then. So I can't blame the big guy, the big G. I can't blame him. Religiously Jewish is stopping by. Well, hey man, glad to see you here. All right. Can't blame the big G on the Old Testament. There shall be no man in the tabernacle of the congregation when he goeth in to make an atonement in the holy place until he come out, and have made an atonement for himself and for his household, and for all the congregation of Israel. He shall go out unto the altar that is before the Lord, and make an atonement for it, and shall take of the blood of the bullock and of the blood of the goat, and put it upon the horns of the altar round about. It's kind of the Israelites' fault for screwing up 24/7, no matter how many times they were warned. Yeah, I could see that in Exodus. I'm not gonna lie, they were a bunch of complained too much as well, and very impatient.
Something really interesting to me that I learned relatively recently is that the Hebrew word or phrase for when you see it say that the Lord is slow to anger, the Hebrew, when literally translated, says he is long of nose.
He's long of what?
Nose.
What?
Yeah, that's a little like idiom of the Hebrew language, and there's a lot of such things. Just because, obviously, I don't speak Hebrew, I don't know all the little idiosyncrasies of the language, but they use a lot of idioms like that.
I guess we're still dealing with the consequences from the whole golden calf incident. We're not allowed to wear gold on our day of atonement. Brother, that part was like damn. You guys have well, I don't want to say you guys. They had one job.
Y'all hold down the fort for a couple minutes. I'm gonna go up this mountain and talk to literally God. I'll be right back.
And then, where's Moses? Oh, you know what? We're gonna make an image of God then, all right? We're gonna make him into a calf, a golden one. Everyone, put all your ornaments, all your jewelry, all your gold. Let's all just smelt it and make a calf. Yeah, that calf is now going to be Yahweh. You know, that's Yahweh now. And then Moses, I can understand it.
Like straight up, man.
You literally just made an idol in
Where's
front of
Moses?
God.
I'm bored. I want a new God. What did God ever do for us?
Like, brother, you guys were tired of being slaves, and then you say, "Oh, we had better lives back in Egypt."
Silly. You know, a lot of Egyptians came with them.
I will literally give. If I were God, I will literally give him the stare. You know the Jesus stare?
Yeah, I know the one. Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. I wanna look for it so quickly, but I can't find it. Like, I know it was in a meme. Jesus there, but they haven't done anything for me. Meme.
Going to memes.
It is a meme. It is a meme. It's a meme. It's a meme saying, okay now, my child. I want you to now go ahead and help the sick, the poor, and the ill." And then the little guy in Jesus's hand, he's saying, "But they didn't do anything to deserve my kindness." And Jesus is just staring at him like, "Why?"
You know, it makes me think of you ever see like a like some video of like some sheep or some farm animal like falling onto its back and getting stuck in a ditch or something. And it's so easy. It would be so easy for them to just get up and get out. And you just look at it, and you're like, "Oh my gosh!"
Oh, here it is. Here it
idiot."
is. Here it is. Here, I found it. It's this there, the one on the right, and then the last panel after saying, "But they didn't do anything to deserve my kindness," and Jesus is just staring at him like this.
The shroud.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, bro.
That's insane. I know, my child, but you have to. The utmost patience. He has the 1,000-yard stare. 1,000-yard stares of pure patience and tolerance, as to just make sure to just not drop the guy and just be like, "I know, but you have to, for now."
Yeah, like
All right.
straight up, "Forgive them, Lord, for they know not what they do." Just translate to, "God, they're kind of stupid. Cut them a break."
Also, thank you, Positivity Dog. If you're reading this, know I love you and you're valuable to me. Damn, okay. I didn't I didn't think I would ever hear that. God damn.
Good words.
Kind words. "And he shall sprinkle of the blood upon it with his finger 7 times, and cleanse it, and hallow it from the uncleanness of the children of Israel. And when he hath made an end of reconciling the holy place, and the tabernacle of the congregation, and the altar, he shall bring the live goat. And therein shall lay both his hands upon the head of the live goat, and confess over him all the iniquities of the children of Israel, and all of their transgressions, and all their sins, putting them upon the head of the goat, and shall send them away by the hand of a fit man into the wilderness." I remember I said Yahweh in front of a Jew, and he legit turned red, visibly shaking. The poor man was scared. You just scared the man.
Not to interrupt yet again, but something I love about the name of God, Yahweh, is that there's no vowels in the Hebrew language, so it's very breathy.
Yeah.
So the way that you would pronounce it in Hebrew is basically like you inhale, then you exhale. Like,
yeah,
just like a little. And I don't know if that actually.
Not gonna lie, it's not gonna lie. It sounds like an Elder Scrolls
shout.
Dovahkiin shout, Yahweh,
no God, or something like that.
Yeah. We all
Dude, I
shake
love
when
that so
someone
much.
says that name. Gives us absolute anxiety. I guess I can imagine.
Yeah, the reason that I love that.
Also,
his
I have
name like that.
I have a
Sorry,
question on the history of this as well. is the Yahweh from Bible the same one, the same Yahweh from that is known as a storm god or god of war as well? I'm not sure if it's also a god of war, but mostly a god of the storms. Are they the same god or not?
Well, the other one might be based on our god, and the reason I say that is because whatever they do to his character is probably not true. It probably stops being God after whatever cultural lens they
Yeah,
put him
because
through.
because then that other Yahweh then is just seen like a minor god, like a king, like just a god of storms.
Yeah, so it can't be ours.
Which I guess it's kind of understandable considering the times where they would mostly be doing a lot of sacrifice. Like again, the rituals and sacrifices. I guess makes sense that they were trying. Well, since they were living in deserts, the only logical thing I can think of is that since they were in a desert and they needed to grow their crops, they were probably just sacrificing the animals and ask for rain, obviously, to be able to grow the crops, which is giving an offering, and so then this other god, I guess, would just be giving rain, because if we continue on to the other books, we understand that there's apparently other quote-unquote gods, which in reality, or not, well, I want to say reality, but at the same time not. But they're in fact just demons. That they were people were actually just doing rituals or sacrifices to like Baal or Moloch. Instead of doing mostly humans. I mean instead of doing animals, they were mostly doing on humans, especially children.
Yeah.
Which I guess, in some sort of way, they were asking for power. So, in order to get power, then what they thought they were doing was giving their most precious thing in order to gain power or money or whatever, which in those times I would imagine their most precious thing would be their children then. But if if we look at it in the Bible's perspective, or I guess in God's perspective or Jesus' perspective, Baal or Moloch, whichever of the two, they're kind of similar, I guess, in a way. The reason they were choosing children is because these demons, or I guess Satan himself, knows that since he can't fight God, then he can actually emotionally hurt him in a way, and that is by hurting children, sacrificing children.
He has no hope for any kind of attack on God himself, but he can hurt him.
Exactly. It's like you can't fight him,
just like you said.
or you can't win against him, but he can hurt emotionally.
Yeah.
Like God may be all powerful and everything, but he can still feel. In a sort of way, it kind of makes him. It kind of also humanizes him also in a sort of way. Not trying to downplay him as well, but in a sort of way it does humanize him.
Yeah, when you start like talking about him like this, it reminds you, oh yeah, we're made in his image. Of course he's just like us, in some ways, at least in the way of love.
he knows every, and he would know every. Well, I guess I guess in a way, I guess in everything that's gonna happen, but it also in every way to sin, he can imagine it. I'm pretty sure he knows what it is to sin, but he knows not to do it because it could probably bring his downfall, but at the same time it's not going to, because obviously he's gonna overcome it. But yeah, he knows. He knows.
Yeah. Every way that we hurt one another, we're hurting him more than we're hurting one another or ourselves.
Exactly.
Also,
Alright.
before we get back into it, just
Uh-huh.
well, one last thing about that I was getting to before about the name of God, Yahweh,
Yeah.
and how it's pronounced in Hebrew. The way that it's pronounced means that every breath that we take, we're saying his name.
Yeah, it's like, it's like how he took his breath and put it into us to bring life.
Exactly. And every breath thereafter still comes from him.
So it takes our breath away to say his name. Quite literally.
So to speak, yes.
Alright, let's continue. After killing the poor goat and tearing off his head. And the goat shall bear upon him all the iniquities unto a land not inhabited, and he shall let go the goat, and he shall let go the goat in the wilderness.
My goat. Here's
And
my
Aaron shall
goat.
come into the
Sorry.
tabernacle of the congregation, and shall put off the linen garments when he went into the holy place, and shall leave them there. He shall wash his flesh. What?
Sorry, I was just thinking, that's why Jesus is the goat!
Oh.
He's the goat!
No, I was just thinking, damn. They know how to rhyme. He shall let go the goat.
Oh yeah, and even going much further on, give up the ghost. I love that line.
He shall wash his flesh with water in the holy place, and put on his garments, and come forth and offer his burnt offering, and the burnt offering of the people, making an atonement for himself and for the people. And the fat of the sin offering shall burn upon the altar. And that let go the goat of the and he that let go the goat for the scapegoat shall wash his
Damn,
clothes
bars.
and bathe his flesh in the water, and afterward come into the camp. And the bullock for the sin offering, and the goat for the sin offering, whose blood was brought in to make an atonement in the holy place, shall one carry forth without the camp, and they shall burn in the fire their skins, and their flesh and their dung. And he that burneth them shall wash his clothes, and bathe his flesh in water, and afterward he shall come into the camp. There shall be a statute for ever unto you, and that in the 7th month, unto the 10th day of the month, ye shall afflict your souls, and do no work at all, whether it be one of your own country, or a stranger that sojourneth among you. For on that day shall the priest make an atonement for you, to cleanse you, that ye may be clean from all your sins before the Lord. It shall be a Sabbath of the rest unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls by a statute forever. The priest whom he shall anoint, and whom he shall consecrate to minister in the priest's office in his father's stead, shall make the atonement, and shall put on the linen clothes, even the holy garments. And he shall make an atonement for the holy sanctuary, and he shall make an atonement for the tabernacle of the congregation, and for the altar he shall make an atonement for the priests, and for all the people of the congregation. They shall be an everlasting statute unto you, to make an atonement for the children of Israel for all their sins once a year. He did as the Lord commanded Moses. The Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, and unto all the children of Israel, and say unto them, This is the thing which the Lord hath commanded, saying, What man soever there be of the house of Israel that killeth an ox or lamb or goat in the camp, or that killeth it out of the camp, bringeth it not unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, to offer an offering unto the Lord before the tabernacle of the Lord, blood shall be imputed unto that man. He hath shed blood, and that man shall be cut off from among his people. To the end that the children of Israel may bring their sacrifices which they offer in the open field, even that they may bring them unto the Lord, unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, unto the priest, and offer them for peace offerings unto the Lord. The priest shall sprinkle the blood upon the altar of the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and burn the fat for a sweet savour unto the Lord. They shall no more offer their sacrifices unto devils, after whom they have gone a whoring. They shall be a statute forever unto them throughout their generations. And thou shalt say unto them, Whatsoever man be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers which sojourn among you, that offereth a burnt offering or sacrifice, and bringeth it not unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, to offer it unto the Lord, even that man shall be cut off from among his people. And whatsoever man there be of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, that eateth any manner of blood, I will even set my face against that soul that eateth blood. I will cut him off from among his people.
There goes your Jewish vampire.
Even so, he can't even do it from his own people either, or as a whole. So,
No
for
blood.
the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for souls. For it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul. Therefore I say unto the children of Israel, No soul of you shall eat blood, neither shall any stranger that sojourns among you eat blood. And whatsoever man there be of the children of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn among you, which hunteth and catcheth any beast or fowl that may be eaten, shall even pour out the blood thereof, and cover it with dust. I hope it doesn't count that all those times that I have accidentally swallowed blood, especially after a dentist. It tastes pretty salty. It tastes pretty salty and metallic.
Yeah. God's gonna send you to hell for having bleeding gums, for not flossing.
No, it was more. It was more like, it's because they removed one of the molars, I think they're called, the ones in the back. Yeah, they removed molars. One of those on the way back. That were like,
growing in sideways?
That was pushing against one of the other molars, and it was slowly like infecting it, so they had to remove it.
Wisdom teeth?
Is it wisdom teeth? I'm not sure.
The wisdom teeth are like the molars that grow way in the back that are like extra wisdom
molars
teeth.
Back.
I mean, extra molars.
Back of mouth. The molars. Yeah, the flat teeth at the back of the mouth.
Yeah, some people are lucky and like their wisdom teeth just come in normally and they get to keep them. A little while ago, Mao actually had to get her wisdom teeth taken out, and they used hammers.
Ugh!
Yeah, they used a little hammer to like sort of, that game Icebreaker?
No, for me it was just like a drill. They just removed the gums around that molar, and then they just pulled it off.
Yeah, that's how I
And-
figure.
And,
that
obvi-
it
and,
should
ob-
be
and
done.
obviously it just a lot of blood just spilling out. They had to like quickly like wash it, like constantly washing it,
Mm.
and yeah, a bit of it mixed with the water just got into. I had to swallow it. Or more like I had no choice in that moment but to swallow. But then a little bit later was when they said, okay, okay, just spit. And the entire small washer was just completely like reddish, along with the water. And
Yeah,
then yeah, I spent like a couple of days with the with a pad or a gauze, and right there
yeah.
that I had to continuously bite and change it as well.
Yeah, for
It was
now, they
disgusting.
use.
It was disgusting.
I bet. I've never had dental surgery like that.
Because the gauze every time I had to change gauze, the gauze it was
Slimy and
all
like red.
it was all red and gooey and stuff.
Ugh.
And the way that I had to sleep also was kind of uncomfortable. I could not just lie down. I had to sleep on the side completely.
Ugh.
But yeah.
And for Mal, they like used a little hammer to break up her wisdom teeth and
Oh,
then
for
pick the
Mal?
pieces out. Yeah, for Mal.
Oh, poor Mal.
Ugh. Like, I just was not prepared for like, oh, how they remove the teeth? Oh, they used hammers.
All they do is
Hammers?
hammers.
Hammers at the dentist? That's terrifying.
Bro, there's no... Yeah, even my dentist doesn't use hammers. They use... Yeah, they use pincers, they use tiny hooks and sharp and non-sharp hooks, drills, electric brushes that feel uncomfortable as frick, hooks with tiny sprinklers that just... Whenever they go between the teeth, they just take off the dirt by washing at the same time, and drills again. Hammers.
Yeah, little hammer.
A little hammer. I feel
That's
bad.
what I'm
I feel
saying.
bad for Mal. What are they doing in Australia?
Dude, I don't even know what's going on in Aussie Everything's ass backwards over there.
Let's watch Apothecary Diaries. Why
Ooh, I love that show.
Apothecary Diaries? I know it's a... I know it's an anime, but I'm not sure how good it is.
I like it. It's just straight good. Nice, slow, relaxed sort of show for the most part.
Goated. I've been watching Vinland Saga as well. Really good show.
Ooh, I've been meaning to pick that up.
I'm still in season 1. I mean, close to the end of season 1. It's really good. I like how it probably is a little weird, but it's also kinda cool
Historical?
how it's a I know it's a history anime, well, quote unquote history anime, but it's also kind of cool that they also like they clash different religions, you know, between between Nordic and Christianity as well. They just clash together in the entire anime.
Sorry about that.
What what was that?
I never know what's gonna come from that side of the room. So sometimes he has the perfect timing. Well, like straight up, someone says some joke that flops, then just from that side of the room, the loudest, not applause, but just guffaw ever.
Mao Mao is cute. She's so smart yet so stupid. No, don't call her stupid. You can call her dumb, but not stupid. All right?
She's
Or
smarter
else I
than
will
she looks.
slime you. All right.
She threatened to put snipers outside my house once.
I like to hear about that, but later.
It was the smallest provocation. I didn't even remember what I said.
Uh, and every soul that eateth that which died of itself, or that which was torn with beasts, whether it be one of your own country or a stranger, he shall both. Wait, did I skip?
What you on?
Yeah,
13?
yeah, I almost skipped. For it is the life of all flesh, the blood of it is for the life thereof. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, Ye shall eat the blood of no manner of flesh, for the life of all flesh is the blood thereof. Whosoever eateth it shall be cut off. Every soul that eateth that which died of itself, or that which was torn with beasts, whether it be one of your own country or a stranger, he shall both wash his clothes, and bathe himself in water, and be unclean until the even, then shall be clean. But if he wash them not, nor bathe his flesh, then he shall bear his iniquity.
You know,
And the Lord
way
spake.
that you say, sorry,
Huh?
but the way that you say "yay" instead of "ye," like, just makes me picturing like Kanye loitering around the tabernacle. Like, what's he doing there?
Ye shall eat the blood.
Did he come up with that line of the goats and like he go the goats or however it went? That his work?
A what?
You know, earlier we were saying like, wow, there's bars in this.
Oh yeah. The let go of the goat.
Yeah.
Let go of the goat. That's the scapegoat.
Is this Ye's work?
Yeah, it's just his work. And the Lord spake
Yeah.
unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt, when ye dwelt, shall ye not do, and after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do, neither shall ye walk in their ordinances. Ye shall do my judgments, and keep mine ordinances to walk there. I am the Lord your God. Ye shall thereof keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am the Lord. None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him, to uncover their nakedness. I am the Lord. The nakedness of thy father, or the nakedness of mother, shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother, thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness. The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father, or daughter of thy mother, whether she be born at home, born abroad, even their nakedness shall not uncover. The nakedness of the son's daughter, or of thy daughter's daughter, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover, for theirs is thine own nakedness. The nakedness of thy father's wife, begotten of thy father, she is thy sister. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's. My tongue is dry, bro. Ugh. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's sister. She is thy
Drink,
father's
bitch.
near kinswoman. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, for she is thy mother's near kinswoman. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's brother. Thou shalt not approach to his wife. She is thine aunt. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy daughter-in-law. She is thy son's wife. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. Is this about not sleeping with each other or something, or just not, or just prohibiting
This is the incest is bad chapter.
Oh, okay. Was there a point that they had to use? Was there a point that they had to use incest?
there's a lot of different discussions and theories about,
Especially Noah. That's the only one that I.
yeah, around Noah's time, Adam and Eve's time as well.
No, okay, no. Maybe in Adam and Eve's time, it is already said that the sons of God mated with the humans.
That's true. That's true.
So maybe there was.
However-
So maybe there was kind of some mix. Maybe some of them were born human and the others were just born like Nephilim. It's a maybe, because obviously there's not much information about that. So.
I've heard a theory about how like inbreeding is like, take farm animals for example. Like when
Yeah.
you start from a very like pure state, you can go a couple generations before there's any actual problems with inbreeding.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure inbreeding is just like doubling down the mutations.
Yeah, yeah.
Like for example,
More or less.
like say for example, let's say I guess cancer maybe. I don't know. Let's say someone in your family along the way someone had cancer in your family along the way. They survived. And then they start breeding normally, and then at some point there's some sort of inbreeding in that same family. Does that mean that they just have a higher chance of getting cancer then? Or any other mutations or diseases just have a higher chance of happening, or of just emitting, or not emitting, inheriting?
I'm not sure how all the mechanics of inbreeding work, but that's more or less my understanding of it.
Yeah, that's how I just always, other than the deformations. That's how I also see,
Yeah.
probably, that's how I've understood, like, inbreeding, like, just higher chances of mutations happening.
Yeah, 'cause I think like bless you.
It was just the, oh my goodness.
What was it? Like you know, what's his name? The one that had like that huge roast written about him. About his like heart was like as black as a peppercorn. There was nothing but water in his brain or whatever. Some Habsburg or whatever.
Huh?
I gotta find that. I'll find that later. But sort of like you know the way that you get pugs, for example,
Pugs?
is yeah, it's just you know another example like the dog pug. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Where you keep like breeding dogs that have the same feature, and that one feature gets more pronounced the more generations you go into it, because they share that you know little code in their DNA.
It was a royalty who was profoundly inbred. Yeah, a lot of royalty,
Yeah.
especially in Europe. Yeah, they were a lot of inbred sons. It is insane how many of them were actually inbred.
Yeah, the family Christmas wreath, as it said.
Inbreeding is the punishment as a result of the lack of faith and disbelief of the daughters of Lot. I guess you can see it that way as well.
And I just know that the farther back in the Bible, the closer you see people marrying. There's not a lot of examples that are given, but you know most of the examples that are given are relatively close. Like for example, Jacob and was it Rebecca? Was that his wife? Anyway, that was like his second cousin, or even closer than that, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it depends, because the further you go through cousins, yeah, it's like less likely, which is why which is why like in the U.S. they allow up to like third cousin. Meanwhile, in Japan, I believe I think it's in Japan, or a lot of places in Asia, They let you marry
Man.
cousins. They let you.
Yeah, Japan is just fucked in so many ways
I
in
mean, I mean,
that field.
let's give Japan credit. At least they increased that they at least increased the age of consent from 13 to 16. I mean, it's
Oh yeah,
it's improvement. It's improvement at least.
it's a step in the right direction.
Japan has first cousins marriage legal. I know this from the Yu and Nanako Persona 4 shippers.
Man, I wasn't looking at chat. I was like, my brain autofilled. I know this from experience.
Ain't no way people are actually shipping Yu and Nanako, bro. Like, that's insane. Like, the age difference between those two is insane as well.
Shippers don't care.
They truly don't. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife. It is thy brother's nakedness. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter, neither shalt thou take her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter. To uncover her nakedness, for they are her near kinswomen. It is wickedness. Neither shalt thou take a wife to her sister, to vex her, to uncover her nakedness beside the other in her lifetime.
Something funny about that to me is how it
Beside the
specifies-
other in her lifetime? Bro, this is Oshinoko! This is the plot of Oshinoko!
Oh,
Literally, this is the actual plot of Oshinoko. The
I have not watched that.
Oshinoko,
I know of it. I just haven't seen it.
it's the one where this idol girl dies. But I think it was a doctor and a patient who apparently died together, kinda. I haven't watched or read it, but all I know is that the brother was a doctor and the sister was the patient. They were two different people. Two different unrelated people. In their past life, they are reborn as this celebrity idol in Japan. They are reborn as her children, and they start uncovering about each other or of who they are until they realize that they were both basically these two people that actually knew each other, because the patient actually was in love with the doctor, and she wanted to marry him, and the doctor made the promise to the patient that he will marry her once she was actually old enough, if she actually did make it past the surgery or whatever. So basically, it is literally brother sister romance with
gosh.
reincarnation.
What a headache.
So this is kinda right here. Yeah, Leviticus 18:18.
That's a
Beside
warning.
the other in her lifetime.
That-
Literally is the plot. Alright.
Oh,
Also,
yeah,
also thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness as long as she is put apart for her uncleanness. Moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife to defile thyself with her. You hear that, cucks? And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech. This early? He's mentioned this early.
Yeah, this is actually where I remember him best from. And like when I was really uneducated and just starting, like I didn't know anything about Christianity when I started reading the Bible. But I
Yeah.
read this and I didn't, comprehend
Who was a Molech?
No, I didn't pass that. I didn't comprehend that when it said thy seed, it meant the child and not the seed.
To not sacrifice any of their seed through the fires of Molech. And neither
Yeah,
shalt
it
thou
was-
profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination. Ah, here it is. Here it is. The blah, 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 infamous, controversial, quote that is still talked about today.
Yeah. Now this
We all
is
have to
mentioned-
remember this is the old covenant.
I was just about to say this is mentioned in the New Covenant too by Paul.
By Paul?
I think in Corinthians. I think First Corinthians.
Yeah, but at the same time, it is not. But at the same time, it's not like saying we should hate them or we should kill them. You know.
To be fair though, okay, yeah.
It is
the,
like- But it is more like. It is more like just treat them just the love thy neighbor teaching. Like sure, it is it is a how do I say this? It is not within the nature that God intended. I think that is the argument that they're trying to put here. It is not within God's the nature that God intended here for humans.
Yeah, and there's a couple things to point out about this verse that a lot of people sort of don't see or misread when they see how it's written. It doesn't say to hate them. It says that this act is abomination.
Yeah. It's not
says-
saying that these people are an abomination. It's just saying that the lifestyle of it is an abomination, or the act of it is also an abomination.
Yeah, it says,
Because there's a difference between there's a difference between just being someone that is into the same sex or gender rather than being someone that is completely perverse, you know? In it. Or completely perverse as a whole as well. Because I'm pretty sure
however you read this.
I'm pretty sure perversion as a whole is also another reason why one of the main reasons that Sodom and Gomorrah were burned to the ground, or I guess nuked to the ground.
yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah were really bad. That's
Perv-
why that happened to them.
Yeah, exactly, Super. Sodom is the same level of bestiality as in the Old
Because
Testament.
here it puts this and this is something that a lot of people don't get, because people put this on a lower, this is worse than cheating on your wife. People treat it like that, but no, they're both the same sexual immorality.
Yeah, there's some sort of immorality there,
Mhm.
because you're putting your trust on a partner, and when you cheat, obviously when you cheat on a partner, you're basically telling them you're not good enough, and that's where the trust is just shattered.
Yeah, that cheating on your partner is it's much
both.
deeper.
It's a
than
bad
just-
overall. It's bad overall.
It's much deeper than just any other standard run of the mill sexual immorality, but it's all sexual immorality. All these things. It never says go and freaking kill them, right? We're not called to hate people, but the sin. And we're called, especially nowadays, and by nowadays I mean after Christ, to lead with understanding and grace, right?
Yeah, and also the Michael Noman could actually in the chat could not have said it better. They traded the natural use of their bodies for pleasure. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's literally what I also meant.
Mhm.
The perverse lifestyle.
Yeah. I was just trying to a lot of people see hate in this, and it's not there.
There is no there. I don't really see hate.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think
like-
that you do.
It's like
I'm-
it's like literally a straight person just saying, "Oh, I'm not really comfortable with this," you know? That's all literally it is. I'm not comfortable with this.
Yeah, like because by these laws of sexual immorality, like homosexuality and premarital marriage are the same sin. They're the same sin. They're both sexual immorality, as written out.
Yeah. All right. Neither shall
Yeah.
thou lie with any beast.
Keep it moving.
Zoophiles and furries are maybe borderline there, I guess.
Borderline.
Borderline. Borderline.
There's a lot of stuff going on with the furry lifestyle.
Okay, no, okay. I'm gonna say it like
Yeah.
this. I'm gonna say it like this. It's like saying lolicons are like borderline right there as onto pedos. Kind of like that. There's like borderline. It's like saying this is weird. You know, this is
Someone
weird.
who looks at it
You're
versus someone who
borderline
does
on
it.
this. You're borderline on this. So weird. But at least
Yeah,
it's
like
but at least it's not real. But it's borderline, honestly. You know.
like someone who looks at it versus someone who does it. Either way, stop.
Yeah. Alright, neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion. What do you...
Sorry, I missed that.
What? Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion.
Yeah, isn't
What
just
do
saying
you
like
mean it is confusion? It should be at a... It should just not ever be
like you say,
anything. What do you mean confusion?
It's like taking a quick aside to say, this makes no sense. Don't do it. Why? It doesn't
Or-
make sense.
Or maybe it's saying like overall it is confusion. As in like lying with a beast is just like why?
There's something mixed up in you.
But remember that every sin shall be forgiven forgiven mankind save the blasphemy of the Holy Spirit that shall not be forgiven. Yes, that is the only sin that I've always heard of that it isn't going to be forgiven. And yeah, I've also seen a lot of clips of I want to say radical. I don't want to say radical atheists because I mean they probably just didn't know what they were doing as well. But I've seen
Yeah.
a lot of videos of people like blaspheming, quote unquote. I'm not sure if blaspheming would also be insulting, or insulting would be blasphemy as a whole, because I guess for a lot of people they don't really know what it is to blaspheme.
Yes. And specifically blaspheming the Holy Spirit, it's much more specific. It's basically seeing undeniable proof of the Holy Spirit, of God, of this truth, and saying, "No, I do not want it. I still don't want it. I don't care that I've seen something that I can't possibly deny. I don't want it, and I'm never turning towards it."
Yeah,
This is a really hard
so
sin to
basically
commit.
it is like complete rejection of it.
Unto death.
Or
Like, if you're
or like
worried about-
or like saying onto heart, just not accepting it.
Yeah, it's
Just
like,
basically how was it that they were singing in the Bible, like your heart stone, heart is stone.
like a hardening, like God
Yeah.
hardened Pharaoh's heart and all that.
Yeah, complete hardening.
Yes, it's not a sin that you can commit by accident. If you're worried about committing it, you're not committing it. Stop worrying so much. It's like straight up denying God until you're dead. It's just never turning to Him. The deadline on this sin is death.
Complete rejection of the truth.
Yes, because this is brought up in the Bible when Jesus is talking to some Pharisees. Actually, like he does some miracle. I forget exactly what it was. Like right in front of them, and they claim that he's using the spirit of Beelzebub. And then, he shouts out the only unforgivable sin is that of blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. Paraphrasing, of course. Good.
Alright. Defile not yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. And the land is defiled, therefore I do visit the iniquity therefore upon it. And the land itself vomiteth out of her inhabitants. And ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nations, nor any stranger that sojourns among you. For all these abominations have the men of the land done, which were before you, and the land is defiled. That the land spew not you out, not you out also, when ye defiled it, and as it spewed,
it means like spit.
Spewed out the nations that were before you. For whosoever shall commit any of these abominations, even the souls that commit them, shall be cut off from among their people. Therefore shall ye keep mine ordinance, that ye that ye commit not any one of these abominable customs, which were committed before you, and that ye defile not yourselves therein. I am the Lord your God. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, Ye shall be holy, for I, the Lord your God, am holy. Ye shall fear every man his mother and his father, keep my Sabbaths. I am the Lord your God. Turn ye not unto idols, nor make to yourselves molten gods. I am the Lord your God. I can imagine just God leaning forward slowly as he's saying this, like, nor make yourselves molten gods.
And I love how often he says, I am the Lord your God, over and over and over again, like he's snapping in your face again. Hey, pay attention.
Yeah.
This is important.
And if ye offer a sacrifice of peace offerings unto the Lord, ye shall offer it at your own will. It shall be eaten in the same day ye offer it, and on the morrow, and if it remain until the third day, it shall be burnt in the fire, and if it be eaten at all on the third day, it is abominable, it shall not be accepted. Therefore everyone that eateth it shall bear this iniquity, because hath profaned the hallowed thing of the Lord, and that soul shall be cut off from among his people. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not wholly reap the corners of thy field, neither shalt thou gather the gleanings of thy harvest. And thou shalt not glean thy vineyard, neither shalt thou gather every grape of thy vineyard. Thou shalt leave them for the poor and stranger. I am the Lord your God. Ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another. And ye shall not swear by my name falsely, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning. Thou shalt not curse the deaf, nor put a stumbling block before the blind, but shall fear thy God. I am the Lord. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty, but in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. Thou shalt not go up and down as the talebearer among thy people, neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am the Lord. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart, and thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord. Ye shall keep my statutes. Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with a diverse kind. Thou shalt not sow thy field with mingled seed, neither shall a garment mingled of linen and woolen come upon thee. And I have a humble request. Please get back into Blue Archive. The story is so.
I don't think that's
Bro.
it. I'm reading along with you.
Bro, no. I'm tired of Blue Archive, bro. Like yeah, I had like a small like a kind of a search of playing it, but it's not giving me the it's not giving me the dopamine rush as it used to. Now Limbus Company is the one that's giving me the dopamine rush.
Beach Body Bone.
Also, Helldivers is giving me, and Overwatch and No Man's Sky is also giving me the dopamine rushes as well every time I just play them. The only gacha game I play is Last Origin. It is not the most Christian game, unfortunately. I guess Limbus Company is probably the closest, I guess, to being kinda Christian, since it uses the
Imagery.
not imagery. Well, I guess in the loading screen, it's kind of like a biblically accurate angel, quote unquote, in the main loading screen. But I meant the deadly sins are used there. But funny also how in those deadly sins, gluttony consumes greed, which is kind of ironic, since they're both kind of similar. I guess they were like just trying to solve which one's actually the better one, or not the better one, or which one has the right to actually exist there. Alright. And whosoever lieth carnally with a woman that is a bondmaid, betrothed to a husband, and not at all redeemed, nor freedom given her, she shall be scourged, and they shall not be put to death, because she was not free. And he shall bring his trespass offering unto the Lord unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, even a ram for a trespass offering. And the priest shall make an atonement for him with the ram of the trespass offering before the Lord for his sin which he hath done, and the sin which he hath done shall be forgiven him. And when ye shall come into the land, and shall have planted all manner of trees for food, then ye shall count ye shall count the fruit thereof as a youth uncircumcised. 3 years shall it be as uncircumcised unto you, it shall not be eaten of. But in the 4th year all the fruit thereof shall be holy to praise the Lord withal. In the 5th year shall ye eat of the fruit thereof, that it may yield unto you the increase thereof. I am the Lord your God. Ye shall not eat anything with the blood, neither shall ye use enchantment, nor observe times. Enchantments?
Oh, if you want to talk
This is
about
Minecraft?
like, but like magic, like the Egyptians did some.
I forgot they did. They did turn the staff into snakes. I forgot about that. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you.
Now,
I am the Lord. the
Say with the
freaking
whole
long
chest.
yawn and then saying I am the Lord.
man,
Do not prostitute thy daughter, looking at you, Lot, to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom, and the land become full of wickedness. Ye shall keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary. I am the Lord. Regard not them. Regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God. Wizards. Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head, and honor the face of the old man, and fear thy God. I am the Lord. And if a stranger sojourn with thee in your hand, ye shall not vex him. But the stranger that dwelleth with you shall be unto you as one born among you. And thou shalt love him as thyself, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment, in metayard, in weight, or in measure. Just balances, just weights, just ephah, and a just hin shall ye have. I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall you observe all my statutes and all my judgments, and do them. I am the Lord.
Ephah and a hin are both different measurements of weight.
OnlyFans thoughts reading Leviticus 19:29. Oh my. Honestly, good one there.
Good poem.
You gonna leave it here? Because I have work tomorrow. Unfortunately.
Alright.
Oh, I wanted to finish Leviticus, bro. I was not fast enough.
It's gonna be so long till we
But
get
I
to
guess it's
Jesus.
because I got pretty invested also in Leviticus.
Yeah.
Especially with all the unexpected stuff that I read, such as Aaron's sons having died.
Well, that happened in Genesis. Not Genesis, Exodus, my bad.
Oh yeah, I think that did happen. Because they did it wrong.
Yeah. Of course.
Reading the Bible for
Last-
Cuba, and this is how most of the old people in church got together. Unfortunately, I'm not sure for me though.
This was fun.
If I go to church, if I go to church now, okay, I'll be real. Sometimes, especially in early college, when I was this angry, and when I was already tired of Christianity, even when going to church. Even when going to church sometimes, I will feel this wave of judgment, like staring back at me. Especially from the altar.
We don't love Christianity, we love Christ.
No, I'm just saying, like, when I was just getting tired of it, when I was in early college days or late teens, whenever I just went in my my usual church, I would just feel this immense wave of judgment just staring back at me, and then I would have no choice, or I would just think of just sleeping it off.
Hmm.
The institutions will fail, but the love of God endures forever. Exactly.
Indeed. I've hardly ever
That
actually been to
is-
church in my life.
That is honestly, it is honestly reassuring, in a way.
Yeah, because so many people misuse the word of God.
Yeah, they
But-
like they cherry like a lot of times they just cherry pick. They try to pick their favorite lines, but they also forget all the other stuff that also happened or that they were doing before as well. Like sure, the parts of the Old Testament are beautiful, and the New Testament is also as beautiful. But we can't just forget also all the other stuff that has happened, or that they used to do, or that they needed to do. Certain atrocities that also had to be done, even though that certain atrocities that happened but had to be done because of pretty much they were reasonable.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like again, the flood, pretty reasonable. People were too wicked, too corrupt, too perverse, too greedy, too gluttonous, too wrathful, too envy. I will name every deadly sin was just rampant and before the flood. Pre-flood, deadly sins were just rampant, and it turned all combined. It just turned into wickedness, and the giants or / Nephilim did not make it any better.
Not even a little bit.
Well, anyway, fellas, I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate you guys being here. Arrowbell, I appreciate your gifted subs. I am very thankful, and I appreciate also my good luck on my journey through this amazing book. All right.
And thanks for streaming. I think I really needed that today, actually.
You need a what?
No, I was just saying, I think I really needed a good, well, just Bible day.
Oh yeah. Like a remembrance or something.
Sort of. I just don't get that many opportunities to talk about it at length, and it's nice.
Yeah, and also it's very interesting as a whole as well, and at times it's kind of hilarious, you know, like there's some humor here and there as well.
Yes.
All right, everyone, have a good night. Hopefully, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, we'll play some more Overwatch. Hopefully, we get it. We actually do it a little more sober. I love how I'm saying that right in front of the book. Yeah.
I'm actually going to say with a bottle already in your hand.
I will not forgive myself. Anyways,
Alright, well,
good night, everyone.
Later, Anna.
Yeah, goodbye.